Good morning.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing.
There we go.
152. Designated Sierra 1-2.
Wow. Okay, crew, thanks. Good morning and welcome back to Coldwaters.mod. I'm Captain Numpty and here's me boat, and this is the USS Newport Muse or something like that. Anyway, that doesn't matter right now because this is a simulation within a simulation, and we are fighting another blue-on-blue engagement today. So, let's take a look.
Sonar, new contact bearing 167. Designated Sierra 1-3.
Okay, what have we got here? Let's
Con,
try our
sonar,
boat.
Sierra 1-3 is classified as submerged submarine.
So we are going to give a flight to
Con, sonar,
Los Angeles.
Sierra 1-2 is classified as submerged submarine.
A bit of a going over with a squadron or several squadrons of Royal Navy boats. Now right now, the closest we estimate something like 9,000 yards. Now, this scenario is set in the late 1980s, early 1990s. And I'm supposing that the Royal Navy have access to some spearfish. Not full complement of spearfish, because those spearfish, they are nasty, but they have some. And we have the ADCAP Mark 48s. So we have a small advantage in terms of weaponry. Well, you know, we do have an advantage in terms of weaponry, but they have an advantage in numbers that we're 15-1. ADCAP is a very capable weapon, and spearfish in .mod is also very capable.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 156. Designated Sierra 1-4.
Spearfish's weakness, if you'll excuse me for yawning, is that it has a long enough range, but when you put it in attack mode, at least in .mod, its range is kind of limited. Now, my theory here is once I get the measure of where exactly they are, I'm gonna cause havoc. But I think what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try something different. I've got a couple of mosses on board. I'm gonna fire the first moss.
Shoot 2-1.
Right now. I'm gonna get that thing on the way. And what I want to do is use the moss to create confusion. Now, this may not work. Let's pop up the sensors. Yeah, there's nothing on the surface.
Lower the radar mast.
When that torpedo has loaded, which will give it a second. Well, let's say a second. Give it a few minutes. They're going to think that I'm on the surface now, because I'm not going to be.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1-4 is cavitating.
That's not good. Something is pinging me. So, that's really not good. It's possible that it can actually detect me. I'm expecting them to fire upon this moss, and I'm going to back up the moss with a
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
So that tells me pretty much exactly what I need to know. That is where they are. So number 1.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Bore.
2.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 5.
3. 3 lost.
Con sonar. Sierra 1. 1. Is con sonar. Launch transient from
Number 4.
Sierra 1.
Right, what we're now going to do, those torpedoes are all pretty much following where I am, as
Con
opposed to,
sonar. Sierra 1 is cavitating.
where I may be. So I'm going to drop my depth, or increase my depth. I'm not going to increase my speed just yet. We're going to not want to cavitate at this depth right now.
Con sonar. Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Passing 100 feet.
What I really want to do is take out as much as I can at this kind of range. That's the plan. And of course, that's a tigerfish. These guys are going to run away from me. Now, the diesel electric boats, there's not that much they can really do in terms of running away, but they do have decoys, and so that's going to be a big help. And torpedo
Passing
4.
200 feet.
Okay, let's bump my speed up a little bit.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1. 0.
So the hope is that
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
they're all going to be looking at the moss.
Tube 4. Aye, sir.
Con
Okay.
sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1. 1.
What I want to do is I want to try and more or less keep with with them. What I mean by that is a lot of them are heading south.
Come left to 180.
Because south is Scotland, so they favour Scotland and the deep blue ocean, and that's fair
Passing
enough.
400 feet.
So I'm going to drop my depth. What's the depth here? Okay. Depth, as the game measures, is 1,200 feet. Your test depth is 1,200 feet in the Los Angeles class, as the game measures. So we've got plenty of depth here. So let's move this a little bit over here.
Passing 500 feet.
Some of them are turning towards me, and some of them are turning away from me. Which is, I suppose, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and just be extra aggressive here. I'm going to reload some more torpedoes. If I can, we're going to go ahead and be kind of super aggressive.
Con helm. Steady course.
Passing 600 feet.
I'm going to shower them with torpedoes, essentially. That's how this is going to work. Seeing as we've already done that, keep my depth where we are. I'm not going to increase my speed to flank just yet, but all those torpedoes are pointing towards the moss as opposed to pointing towards me. And I like that. That's very good. Now, we know that there are some Trafalgars. And the
Con
Trafalgars,
sonar. Sierra 1. 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
you can see a couple here, one towards the center of the screen right now and one to the southwest, Sierra 13. The Trafalgars have the ability of carrying spearfish, so they are my primary targets. Now, that's great, but I have to get to them first, and there's a lot of Oberons and other vessels in the way. So I wonder how well these initial torpedoes are going to be. They're firing them right now.
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Send another one. See what's the general. Yeah, let's actually send one this way. So,
Shoot tube 1.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 167. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 5.
another tranche of torpedoes coming on my way, and it looks like
Con sonar. Sierra 1. 4 is cavitating.
so Sierra 4, as I'll put in the center of the screen. He's firing towards where I am as opposed to where the moss is, so that tells me something. It tells me I'm potentially under threat already. So we'll
Come right to 235. Helm aye.
we're going to keep at this depth, but we'll
turns for 15 knots.
we'll increase to 15 knots.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
I'm going to lose.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 132.
I'm going to lose.
torpedo
Oh, come on,
room,
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7. Last bearing 169. Contact breaking up. Con helm. Steady course.
I'm going to lose ears on a lot of contacts, but that's okay. Because I've cut down one so
Con
far.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 169. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 13, last bearing 173. Contact faded.
So one taken care of, and more torpedoes have gone live. I see.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 12, bearing 151.
I see this thing's under threat by a Mark 48 at cap, which is probably what that is. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and the game's of course got to
Con
keep up with all
sonar
this.
noisemaker bearing 139.
Just gonna let this
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
let this enjoy.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 15, bearing 140. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 12, last bearing 151. Contact faded.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Get some more torpedoes out.
Shoot.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 156. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 157. Contact faded.
What I really want to do is keep them on the defensive if I can. And that's going to be
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 154.
I'm not saying it's going to be challenging.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 156.
This guy's being a hero. Sierra 11, he has got a whole bunch of torpedoes right over his head. He might be about to eat one. We'll watch this engagement. That's going to be a
Con sonar
spearfish.
regained contact on Sierra 15, bearing 135. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 11, last bearing 115. Contact breaking up.
That just seemed a bit unnecessary, you know? We are a long way away. Right, we have another torpedo ready to fire. But right now, I've got some Mark 48s going from Moss. I've got Mark 48s heading south down this western side. Let's make this one
Con,
live.
fire control. Weapon acquired.
It's already acquired something. And really, I want to use just these keep moving techniques to kind of lob torpedoes as best I can. Now, Sierra 6, this Valiant, towards the bottom left side of the screen. Let's move it a little bit.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing.
Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing. Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing.
I do have a torpedo out on him. I think what I want to do is send torpedo 3 over here, more east, to look at attacking Sierra 14 and or Sierra 15. So the plan there, in fact, let's make torpedo 1, let's ping his sonar active. Here we go. Alright, he's actually targeting Sierra 5, which I think is a goner, because it's going to be a challenge to evade that one. Let's get another torpedo out on Sierra 9.
Shoot 2-4. Aye,
Go.
sir.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 169. Contact breaking up.
So we're cutting through them
Con
now.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 12, last bearing 145. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 147. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 147.
Now Sierra 1 is running a gauntlet of what looks like a couple of Mark 48s. Let's switch to Sierra 1 here. It's cracking on.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 176.
This captain
Con
is...
sonar regained contact on Sierra 15, bearing 128.
Like I say, I think he's
Con sonar
being
regained
brave.
contact on Sierra 13, bearing 169.
Gonna grab some water whilst I
Con
watch this
sonar,
engagement.
Noisemaker bearing 111. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 111. Contact breaking up.
That didn't work out very good. There goes my Mark 48 though. Okay, let's switch back to me. It's kind of noisy over there. Right. So, I would say we've been really effective so far. I thought it'd give me a bit of a better fight, but evidently I was wrong. Is that Valiant still? No, it's gone. Okay, so Torpedo 3 will attack maybe Sierra 15, maybe Sierra 14. I could run it live, but it's a little bit close to that moss. Let's let it get ahead of the moss a little bit first. 2 is tracking on to attack. I think Sierra 6 is what that's going for. And 4, Sierra 9, Sierra 13, or possibly Sierra 8. Looks like I was targeting Sierra 9. I think I'm ready to turn back in, but I'm actually going to drop my depth. And I might lose the wire here. Be okay if I do. Let's increase my depth, I should say, and let's turn back towards fight.
Passing 700 feet.
Con sonar lost
So?
contact. Sierra 1-0. Last bearing 113. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 1-0. Bearing 113. Con sonar.
Passing 800 feet.
Okay, so the moss really did multiply my abilities in this particular scenario. They're still harassing the
Con
moss.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-0. Last bearing 1. Con helm. Steady course.
Excuse me.
Con
Passing 900 feet.
It's a lot of firepower that went for the moss as opposed to going for me. A lot. How many torpedoes was that? 10? 12? Hard to say. And I think that probably saved me from a rather unfortunate, untimely, unpleasant end. The moss was not really used for attack boats, so it does feel like I don't want to say cheating, but I was
Passing 1,000 feet.
possibly... Is bending the rules even a thing? I don't think I was bending the rules, but either way. Right, let's drop to 5 knots. And,
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
a
up.
bit of a lesson. I'm going to make Torpedo 3 live. I don't know how close it is to...
regained contact on. Sierra 9. Bearing 153.
Oh, I see the Sierra 10 is a definite target
Con
there.
sonar regained contact on. Sierra 8. Bearing 157.
But I don't know where Sierra 14 is. It might be some distance. Let's ping actively with Torpedo 3. And the plan there is that it might spook someone.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
I suspect that Sierra 14 is some distance. Let's turn away. Get my towed array pointing more towards the enemy.
215. Helm aye.
Now, Sierra 10, this Oberon towards the center of the display, is gonna come under attack, potential attack from the stuff that's chasing the moss. He is at flank speed anyway. Could just divert Torpedo 3 to kind of feel like having a go. I think I will. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's check its depth. Yeah, it's not particularly deep. We'll pitch this torpedo up a little bit. It'll acquire the target soon. I'm going to turn off active sonar. I don't think I need it. And then when it's ready, it will acquire it. So that's great. I mean, I think I can count Sierra 10 as done. That moss might have ruined plans. Torpedo 2 is on track to chase down this Valiant. Keep that thing going. I've got a number of other weapons en route. 4's about to go live. Okay, there we go. 4 is now live. I manually made it live, and let's angle this. Let's tilt this a little. Steer a little bit more east. It'll be fine.
Con, fire control, weapon
There we go.
acquired. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
activate the active sonar on this so we can get a better bearing position for where Sierra 9 is.
Con, helm, steady course.
But it's very hard for that diesel electric to avoid a torpedo. That said, if you're in a diesel
Con
electric,
sonar, noisemaker bearing 150. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 109.
if you're in the diesel electric and you're able to escape something like a spearfish, if you can keep that up, it doesn't have the fuel to turn around too much and attack you. The Mark 48 does not suffer from that same issue. Let's manually steer Torpedo 3 back towards the Oberon. Drop to noisemaker. In fact, they both Sierra 9 and Sierra 10 did the
fire
same.
control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Let's require it. Do the same for Torpedo 4. You know you want to.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 151. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 10. Last bearing 110. Contact breaking up.
Alright, well that's another 2 taken care of. I think I want to do some high-speed
Come left
transiting now.
186. Helm I.
I think I'm not going to discount Sierra 6 because it's cracking on at high speed at south. Torpedo 2 has got to catch it. Oh, look at that. Right, well let's make this one
Con,
live.
fire
There
control,
we go.
weapon acquired.
It's going to be in attack mode, and then let's lob some torpedoes. I think I want to get my depth up a little bit. I've got stuff in the way. Let's go ahead and attack. Let's put it to here.
Con, fire control,
Ooh,
we've
we
lost
lost
the
a
wire.
So that torpedo is going to run out to that location, and then it's
Con
going to...
sonar lost contact. Sierra 15. Last bearing 122. Contact faded.
It's going to attack stuff closer to the surface. I'm going to turn away from this torpedo just north of Sierra 5's wreckage. I don't know what this is.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
You know what? I can take a look. I'm pretty sure it's a tigerfish, but let's take a look. It is. Okay. So its sensor range is not great. I should be fine.
Noisemaker bear. Come left to 188. Make turns.
Run up to 15 knots.
5 knots.
I'm not
Maneuvering eye.
that concerned that Sierra 6 is going to get away. But we'll ping actively with sonar.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Go. I think I want to watch this
Con
engagement.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 8. Last bearing 15. Con helm. Steady course.
He's diving quickly. Now I do have manual control over this torpedo if I feel the
sonar,
need,
Noisemaker bearing
which I
179.
think I'm going to. Steer it onto the
Con
target.
sonar lost contact. Sierra
Go for a
1,
nose-on
2.
shot.
Last bearing 137. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact.
I
Sierra
think
6.
that works.
Last bearing.
Okay, let's bring the Todare in.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 14. Last bearing 125. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 139. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 14. Bearing 1.
Make depth 6. Make depth 6. 0 feet. Dive high.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm withdrawing or retracting the
Con sonar
Todare.
lost contact. Sierra 14. Last bearing 125. Contact faded.
I'm gonna crack it up to flank speed, like so.
Make
turns
for 3 knots. Maneuvering eye.
We're gonna make a ton of noise. Assuming anything is not pointing away from me, they're gonna hear that. So I'm gonna pause the recording. We're gonna reposition, and then we've got. I'm gonna say 1, 2,
Con
3,
sonar
4, 5,
regained
6,
contact
7.
on Sierra 15. Bearing 120.
I think we're more than halfway down, so I'll be back when there's some more interesting stuff going on.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
But I have to say, we are wiping the floor with the Royal Navy. I'm sorry, chaps. Your tigerfish is just not up to it. It would be a different story.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 13. 3, bearing 1, 6, 4.
It'd be a different story if I was facing.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 4, bearing 1, 2, 3. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 4.
That's interesting.
Con, dive at 600 feet, dive I.
I know I was going to do some recording, but some pausing of the recording, but I'm actually going to
Come
turn
left
towards
to
these
1,
guys.
2, 4. Helm con sonar launch transient from
Okay.
Sierra 1, 5.
We may have found a cluster of bad guys, and we're heading right towards them, so what could
Con
possibly go
sonar
wrong?
launch transient from Sierra 1,
What
5.
we'll do, we'll get the moss loaded, just in case we find that
Con
useful.
helm steady course.
Accelerate time.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
It's very interesting what the sonar's telling me. I kind of want to get within the whites of their eyes, I think. This is very dangerous. And it's not
Con
how
sonar Sierra 1, 3 is cavitating.
it's not how you should use the Los Angeles. But I'm good with
Con
that.
sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 3. Make
Oh,
turns
that's
for
very interesting.
1, 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Right, well, we're going to run shallower. I'm actually going to... Do I want to defer a moss? Yeah, I think I do. Let's not use a moss. We're kind of entering the Lions,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1, 3, 1.
Lions jaw here. And I do
Maneuvering, making turns for 1, 5 knots.
appear to have a couple of fish in the water. Is this guy damaged?
Con sonar
No,
noisemaker
he's
bearing
just
117.
noisy on the surface. Well, Mr. Noisy on the surface, I'm going to give you something to think about whilst you're on the surface, like so.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con
And we want
sonar
another one here.
noisemaker bearing con sonar launch
Oof,
transient
yeah.
from Sierra 2.
And just for good measure, another one. Let's maybe go here.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2 last.
Con, dive at 328 feet, dive I.
What I'm expecting to happen is I'm actually going to lose the wire on some of these.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 114.
There's a lot going on in terms
Con,
of...
torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-3 bearing 178.
a lot going on in terms of torpedo activity. There's a couple of tigerfish heading my way, it looks like. Yep. So let's make torpedo 3. We're going to maybe make one active. No, one's targeting the Trafalgar. So 3.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1-4.
Point you
Con
here.
sonar lost contact. Sierra
Make you
1,
active.
3
Okay.
last bearing 179. Contact is in the baffles.
My plan here is
Come right to 040. Helm I.
switch back to me because it's kind of noisy there. Okay, so is to I'm gonna sweep the area with torpedo 3. Torpedo
Con
4.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-3 bearing 179.
I'll make
helm steady course.
torpedo 4 active very soon as well. A little premature. The idea is that they will hopefully tackle 1 or 2. They might both go for the same target. Okay, if they do, that's fine. Do have a number in reserve, but sweep the area and just see what we can bite. It's a bit of a bite of these chaps, don't you think?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-3 last bearing 180. Contact faded.
Let's make 4
Con
active
sonar
now.
regained contact on Sierra 1-3 bearing 180.
So we've got pretty good
Con,
coverage.
fire control. Weapon
There
acquired.
we go. So 3 is targeting something. Possibly the wreckage of Sierra 2, or maybe, I don't know what it's targeting actually. It's not Sierra 14. I don't know. It's not 12, because previous torpedoes going for
Con
12.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 143.
I think we're going to divert 3. Oh, we might be going for the Moss, maybe, towards Sierra 4.
Con, fire control, weapon
Let's do
countermeasure homing.
that. Oh, yeah. So, okay, Torpedo 3 was diving very deep. I need to get this
Con,
thing.
fire control, weapon acquired.
It was going for the wreckage of Sierra 2, I think.
Con
Let's,
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, 2. Last bearing 1, 1, 3. Contact breaking up.
so I'm pushing 5 on the number keypad to bring
Con
Torpedo
sonar,
3 up to the
noisemaker,
depth
bearing 1, 4, 6.
of contact 4 that we know is somewhere
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
roughly where my mouse is. So let's let it go, and it should acquire it. There it goes. Yeah, so not only has it acquired it, but it's bouncing back the sonar signals back down the wire towards the Los Angeles boat, and we're determining where it is based on that. So that looks like 4 and 8, Sierra 4, Sierra 8 have got a
Con
weapon.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 1, 1, 4.
I've got weapons committed. They're about to be prosecuted. Oh, you sneaky Oberon. It just ducked out the way of 3. Let's manually turn it around. Hello, I have a surprise. Surprise. So I think I missed. I did,
Con
but
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 8. Last bearing 1, 5, 2. Contact breaking up.
did miss, but there's another weapon committed on it as well, which is the one that is to be a tigerfish. Is to be.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1,
So?
4. Last bearing 1, 4, 3. Contact faded.
I think he got killed by his own, a buddy's weapon. Okay, well, right now, 4. Let's reload Torpedo 4 even. Torpedo 1 is still committed towards the Trafalgar that's fleeing the area. Go ahead and head east.
Come right to 091 Helm I. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, 3. Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Drop my speed now. I want to get a better idea where Sierra 13 is. I mean, it would imply it's down here somewhere.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 1, 3. Bearing 1, 8, 6.
A lot of torpedoes zooming in on the area where I was, so maybe we'll use that moss after all.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, and 3 has acquired
Con,
something,
maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
but I think
Con,
it's the...
helm, steady course.
It's diving, so it's probably going for the wreckage of Sierra 9. We need it to go for Sierra 14, which we think is somewhere out here. Let's bring the depth back up. Don't need you diving quite so deep. Thank you very much.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
I'm going to be brave. I'm going to active ping, I think, right now. Because I'm not under direct threat from anything at this precise moment. And I'd love to know where 13 is.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Because if 13 is close, and this helps, I'm going to use Torpedo 3. Wow, it's not that close. It's going to be sneaky. 14, I'm going to be able to reach it with Torpedo 3. Torpedo 1, let's actually alter course. So we can attack this guy. Head south now.
Come right to 180 Helm I.
Torpedo 1 has got plenty of fuel to be able to catch this Trafalgar class boat. And he has the ability to
Con,
have
torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
spearfish. I don't know how many he's got, but he has that ability. I think I want to get a weapon committed out to Sierra 13, but he's going to run as soon as I do. Let's disable my active sonar.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Hopefully we can keep acquisition on these. Now I need Torpedo 3 to detect this Oberon. Torpedo 1, I think I want to run you out a little bit further. The Mark 48 ad caps do 40 or 45 knots, so they are catching the Sierra 15, but they're also they're a lot more efficient on fuel. No, Sierra 15 even, not 14. Sierra 15, he's cranking on at 32 knots. He's flat out. He's also quite shallow as well, but I'm still catching him very slowly. I'm not going to say it's an inevitable, but I think there's a pretty good chance that Torpedo 1's going to catch him and destroy him, but he has to do it first. Really want to watch.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 149.
Or rather make sure as the Torpedo 3 tackles Sierra 14. However, I think I could conclude the battle at this point. There's nothing that's directly threatening me. And yeah, I think from the long range, almost the long range sniper type fight, the Mark 48 ANCAP is a very effective weapon. I'm actually going to make
Con, helm, steady course.
Torpedo 1's going to go live now. Because
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
that's why. You've acquired it. So it's not a foregone conclusion because the Trafalgar is a slippery boat, but I think it's...
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 150.
It's not likely it can get away.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I think the Sierra 14's about to
Con
die.
sonar lost
There we go.
contact. Sierra 1-4. Last bearing 150. Contact breaking up.
So, Sierra 13 is
Con sonar,
turning towards me.
noisemaker bearing 095.
I'm a knot quicker than a Trafalgar. It's a very long tail chase, if that's what it comes down to, and I don't think I want to do that. I want to let it come closer. So, I think my plan right now, we're going to bob along gently, so to speak, towards Sierra 13.
Helm right to 196. Helm I.
Let's watch this engagement. This could be interesting.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Gonna manually
093.
steer. Let's use a bit of active sonar. The Trafalgar does have anionic coating, so active sonar is less useful.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-3 bearing 193.
But it's working good right now. I think this guy is about to panic. He's dropped a couple of noisemakers and that hasn't worked. Oh, he's managed to turn inside me, maybe.
Con
Maybe.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-3. Last bearing 193. Contact faded.
Right.
Con sonar regained. Con helm steady course.
I didn't need to steer, and he got one. Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-3. Last bearing 193. Contact faded.
Right. Let's let's see if we can track down 13. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and we'll get a little further into the battle, and I'll be back. Okay, that didn't take very long. As you can see from the display, I cranked on a bit of speed and got myself a spearfish for my trouble. Now I know it's a spearfish because look, if I select it, look at that beauty. Yeah, that's a bad boy. Now, it tells me a few things. One, he's actually quite shallow, and I'm now quite deep. I was deep anyway, and now I'm at 1,200 feet, or I will be soon. I'm trickling towards him at 5
Con
knots.
helm steady course.
He may be able to detect me with the active sonar. He won't be able to hear me with his passive sonar, and that's good. So if he turns away, and he's not turning away right now, he's going to lose where I am. Now I can't hear him with my towed array, because I'm pointing right at him.
Con, dive at 1200 feet, dive I.
But if I were to turn, my towed array is suddenly going to become useful. It's tempting, but right now, I don't think I'm going to. He's coming towards me, and I don't think he's traveling particularly quickly. It would be reasonable to take a long-range Mark 48 at this point. In fact, I wonder...
Passing 1200
I
feet.
got another idea, actually. I should maybe have done this a little sooner. I'm going to get my depth up to periscope depth and fire a Moss, but I'm going to sort of circle round. Let's get up to 15 knots, I think.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
This may not work. But if I fire a Moss
Passing 1,100 feet.
towards that
Con
incoming...
maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Passing 1,000 feet.
that incoming torpedo, then it may well distract him. Now he knows
Passing 900 feet.
I'm turning. He's able to track me. Look at the way his torpedo is already turning. That's
Passing 800 feet.
very much as expected. Gonna let the
Passing 700 feet.
turn's going to continue. I don't mind firing a Moss if I'm turning. It's not
Passing 600 feet.
the preferred solution, but I can do it if I need to. Okay, come on.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Right, we've lost him right now.
Passing 300 feet.
Time to get to periscope
Make
depth.
depth 9 feet. Dive by.
Like so. So we'll spiral
Con
around.
sonar. We are cavitating.
No, we'll bring the speed down first.
Make con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Okay, that's good enough. So, but my Moss is on the wrong side
Con
of...
sonar. Regained contact. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1-3.
My Moss is on the wrong side of the boat. So I really got to turn around towards him. Come on, come on.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
We're going to drop them. We're going to fire the Moss. Or drop the Moss. I'm going to crash dive and we're going to head right towards him. And I think he's going to see through it. But the hope is by the time he sees through it, and I'm not going aggressive here, I'm not firing right now, which might be my bad. Let's aim the nose a little bit to his west.
Come right to 196. Helm aye.
For what it's worth, we'll pop the sensors up.
Upscope.
If you were on the surface, I'd give him a cruise missile or two, but he's not, so I can't be ineffective. Well, you know what, though? We can still spook him. I come to think about it. Oh, he's too close. Oh, he doesn't know that, though.
Fire VLS. Fire VLS.
Let's give him something to think about.
Con. Dive at 9 feet. Dive by.
Okay. I'll to leave a show because there really is no point in doing that other than because I could. Okay, I got my cruise missiles. Let's get that Moss off. The Moss is going to be slightly to the east.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Let's get that tube reloaded. And now what I want to do, retract the towed array. Crash dive. Whatever the term is called. So I'm going to cavitate, make a bunch of noise, but it's also going to bring the mass in automatically. I think we're probably close enough, are we? I think we are.
Make turns. Con sonar. We are cavitating. Con sonar. Lost contact.
There we go.
Sierra 1-3. Last bearing 193.
Okay.
Con.
Yeah.
Passing 100 feet.
That torpedo went live. That's not great, but it's what I would do if I
Come
was
right to 284. Helm aye.
that captain. Now what I gotta hope now is I get enough.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 176.
Passing 400 feet.
May not have worked. Enough speed on, enough depth on,
Passing
so that
500
the
feet.
enemy torpedo doesn't acquire me and acquires the
Con
Moss.
sonar. No longer cavitating.
But
Con
it's
helm. Steady.
Passing 700 feet.
yeah, it's acquired me.
Passing 800 feet.
That's
Con,
a shame.
torpedo room.
Con. Knuckle formed.
So I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. In other words, the very painful way. And this is a
Sonar
spearfish.
regained contact on Sierra 1-3.
I do not like spearfish. They're very
191.
nasty. Oh, I
Con. Knuckle formed.
think I'm dead. Yep.
Flooding in the engine room.
Passing 900 feet.
No, I'm not dead, but wow, these things are nasty.
Damage control.
Oh, 2% hull. Wow. Yeah, I think just in case
Emergency surface the ship. Dive by.
we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're filling up with water. I don't like
Passing
that.
600 feet.
So let's get up to the surface as quickly as we can, and we'll surface, and then worry about everything else. I think I'm going to get
Passing 500 feet.
some weapons out towards this guy because I'm in trouble.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Passing 400 feet.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
That's
Passing 300 feet.
all the torpedoes, and I really need to get these reloaded. I know I've lost the wires. It's
Passing
fine.
200 feet.
Set my bow planes level like so.
Passing.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I know it's fine. We're gonna
Make turns for 5 knots.
burst through the surface
Maneuvering
like
on
so.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Get those emergency ballast refilled as quickly as we can. The propulsion will be online in a second, so let's go back to the ballast even.
Damage control parties. Lay into the engine room.
Okay, propulsion's fixed, and we'll get this ballast thing, this leak fixed. 2% hull, that is
Maneuvering,
very bad.
Making turns for 5 knots.
Well, I'm lucky to survive that, but the Spearfish is a nasty, nasty weapon. And I am in a bunch of trouble because there's another one coming my way. And it won't discriminate against me if I'm on the surface. It will happily tackle me. Although it's going for the moss, which I'm very pleased about. But I can't dive just yet. I would really like to get some
Con,
distance
torpedo
away.
room, tube 1 ready.
Come right to
Well.
284. Helm aye.
We can actually crack on some speed, at least. But if I cavitate, I'm going to make much more obvious as to where I am. Yeah, he can't detect me right now, which I'm very happy about. He's banging away with the sonar. Okay, this thing could still detect me, because I'm only 2,000 yards away. Comes the moment of truth. I think I escaped this time. If I was cavitating, I might not have. Okay. Wowzers. He's potentially close, although he might not be. I think, yeah, he's about here. So let's just be aggressive. Let's,
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Con, fire control. Unable to fire.
oh. Okay, maybe you can.
Shoot. Con. High pressure airbags charged.
Alright.
Ready to dive.
Dive. I don't want to do anything right now. This Spearfish might reacquire me. Okay, I think right now I'm good. That moss has probably has saved my bacon. But not a comfortable place to be in.
Con, helm, steady course.
And I used 4 torpedoes to force him to go east. There's another 2 following him. So if it's going to take like 7 or 8 torpedoes to kill this guy, fair enough. I'll feel vindicated in a small amount, but ouch. It was a numpty thing to do. Get hit by a Spearfish. Okay, alright. So I'm going to accelerate time at this point. I don't really want, well, I don't want to dive right now. I'm still a little close to this
Con,
Spearfish.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Come left to
Yeah, hey.
264. Helm aye.
I'm going to be fine. Let's just get down to periscope depth. Okay, let's accelerate time.
Con. Dive at 49 feet. Dive aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Okay, well those 4 torpedoes, their purpose was to, I suppose, force him to go a different way, and that's great, but it's a lot of taxpayer money I've just spent. A lot of US taxpayer money I've just spent. And it didn't help. Okay, I'm gonna make these 2 torpedoes live. And hope that we get him. Just a quick check on my boat. Am I leaking? No, but I don't want to go any deeper. So I think now what I'm gonna do is just bide my time.
Come left to 229, helm I.
He's running away, so he can't detect me, which I'm happy about.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
What, both have acquired him.
Con, helm, steady course.
So realistically, you don't have a chance of escaping, I don't think. Not with 2.
Con sonar,
think he
noisemaker
dived.
bearing 153.
He did. Okay. Try using active sonar on
Con,
these
fire
guys.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Yeah, they've lost him with that.
Con, fire control, weapon
Anti-air
acquired.
coating is being very effective. Okay, there you are. Oh, we still can't see him. Yes, we can.
Con sonar,
take a hit
noisemaker
there?
bearing
No.
151.
Doesn't appear to have taken a knock. But he's got 2 Mark 48s chasing him, so if he could evade both of these, he's a superior foe. For what
Con
it's
sonar,
worth.
noisemaker bearing 149.
I'm gonna steer this thing manually. Oh, I don't think I need to. Have one of these.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra
Okay, I got him.
3, last bearing 148. Contact breaking up.
Right. Well, that appears to be it. That appears to be the last Royal Navy boat, and I so very nearly had my ship blown out from underneath me. We're gonna head back to the surface, I think. I don't really like having such a weak hull, but took care of that guy. And now, stick around, because I'm gonna try the same again. I'll be right back.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 072. Designated Sierra 2.
Alright, and welcome
Con
back.
sonar, new contact bearing 051. Designated Sierra 3.
So, every so often,
Con sonar, new contact bearing 053. Designated Sierra 4. Con sonar, new contact bearing 078. Designated Sierra 5.
okay,
Con sonar, new contact
on.
bearing 062. Designated Sierra 6. Con sonar, new contact bearing 068. Designated Sierra 7. Con sonar, new contact bearing 042. Designated Sierra 8. Con sonar, new contact bearing 055. Designated Sierra 9. Con sonar,
Oops.
Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine.
so I guess we've still got some British submarines in there. I didn't quite set that
Con
up
sonar,
properly.
new contact bearing 047. Designated Sierra 10.
Also, it's not annoying when they talk over me all the time. But we've jumped straight back in. We're in a Trafalgar class. We're actually in the HMS Trafalgar. And we've...
Con, torpedo room.
Con sonar, Sierra 8 is classified as submerged submarine.
apparently, apart
Con
from
sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
some, there is at least one overrun in there, which is a bit unfortunate, but okay.
Con sonar, Sierra 10 is classified as submerged submarine.
But we're now squaring off against a number of, US boats. going to go ahead and just reload some of the weapons, I think. We've got 8 tigerfish, 2 mosses, and the balance are all spearfish. So, yeah, we're going to swap up the weapon list a little bit. I didn't preload different tubes. We're going to do that on the fly. And I really want to see how well the Trafalgar goes in a similar kind of scenario. So this may be a long video. But it almost certainly will be a long video. It almost certainly is a long video. But either way, we're going to get stuck in. I'm probably going to pause this a little bit on the recording side because there may not be that much going on, at least at first. We've seen a number of boats. Most of these are deep, so I'm going to pop up more towards the surface while I reload. I'm aware I'm a little noisy while loading, but that's okay. There might be some above the layer that we don't detect. We'll find out soon. The narwhal's in the mix as well. Oh, hello.
Room 2.
Con sonar, Sierra 1, 0.
Passing 100 feet.
Right, well, this chap may detect me, Sierra 1, in the skipjack. He may not now, but he may do. We're about to use the surface. I don't want to do that.
Make depth 40 feet. Dive by.
Let's pop my sensors up for good measure. Great, nothing on the surface. Okay.
Downscope.
He's pinging away, but I don't think he can detect me, but he...
Dive at
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 8.
Wow. That was saying I don't think he can detect me, but apparently I was wrong. Well, that's rather interesting, because, that's kind of ruined my plan, really. I was gonna, bide my time, but what do you know? Okay, so options. Number 1
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
is go ahead and to be evasive already, but that's bad. That by being evasive now, this skipjack is, what is he, 9,000 yards, 7,000 yards away. So he's a good distance. I think I want to get some tigerfish in the water, and spearfish. I want to reserve those for most of my killing, but I think I want to get a moss out. I'm just going to fire it down this guy's throat. Yeah.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
For what it's worth, and we'll get another tigerfish loaded. So I have 1 ready to go, just 1. Yeah, this is a shame. Well, I gotta do something because loitering on the surface is not really good for me. So I'm gonna capitate, gonna make a bunch of noise. I didn't want this to happen, but it did, and so be it. What's Oberon doing here? There's bad news. Okay, so he is seemingly
100 feet.
potentially aiming for the moss with that torpedo, which
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
is unfortunate for him if that's the case, but I'm going to be some bit close enough. I think this Oberon is pretty far, pretty
Passing
close.
200 feet.
So we're going to do a bit of maneuvering here.
10 knots. Maneuvering
I've got some
aye.
tigerfish with the closer weapons, closer boats.
Con sonar lost.
Passing 300 feet.
I'm stenciling their name on them. There are some Los Angeles boats out here. Well, some we haven't detected those yet. There's a couple of barbels, I think, in the
Passing
mix.
400 feet.
Or maybe not. Let's level off here. What is
Con
Sierra?
helm.
Passing 500 feet.
I don't know what Sierra 11 is. Is it another Royal Navy boat? Did I sneak through some other boats? And if I did, oops.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 0. Last bearing 0, 4, 1. Contact faded.
11 Southern Oberon. Okay.
Con sonar Sierra 1, 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, I think I want to get down to depth. What's my depth under here?
Passing 600 feet.
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated that this has happened. In fact, no, I can't get that deep because Megafish can only launch at 760 foot.
Make depth 750 feet. Dive by.
I think I'm gonna get some of these out. Part of me just feels like being super aggressive and just launching, but that could be launching everything. But I don't think I want to do that. This thing's likely to detect me, so I'm gonna have to do something. Okay, let's go ahead and fire. Let's fire a tranche of them.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
I got their attention.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Con
Good.
sonar, launch transient
Oh, wow.
from Sierra 4.
A lot. Okay, let's get a couple of spearfish out.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Con sonar, regained contact on. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 7.
Con, dive at 750 feet. Dive by.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna lose the wire on
Con
these.
sonar, Sierra 3 is cavitating. Make turns for 1-5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
I'm probably gonna lose the wire here, but I'm okay with that. I think. I don't.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
I don't
Con,
want.
fire control. We've lost the
Wowzers.
wire.
Go.
Con, helm, steady course. Con, sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 008.
Okay, that answers that then.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1-1. Last bearing 065.
Passing 900 feet.
Okay. Hello, Mark 48.
Passing 1,000 feet.
I've missed you. I have not missed
Con,
you.
sonar,
Passing 1,100 feet.
Let's get a visual on this. There he comes.
Passing 1,200 feet.
I
Con,
can't.
sonar, lost
Passing 1,300
I
feet.
can't outdive him. But
Passing 4.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 8.
The-
Con, sonar, Sierra 1-3.
Passing 1,600 feet.
the deeper I dive, the more space I've got to maneuver
Passing
in the
1,700 feet.
vertical plane. So let's give him a knuckle right now.
Knuckle
See if that
form.
does anything.
Passing 1,800 feet.
Up. Switch space.
Con, sonar,
Did.
launch transient
Okay.
from Sierra 1-2.
Right.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra
Drop a
8.
noisemaker.
0,
Gonna
1,
head north.
8. Come left to
See if this works.
9, helm eye.
There he is. He's the other side of the
Passing
circle. I
1,700 feet.
need it to descend and go for. Didn't work.
Passing
Okay.
1,600 feet.
All right.
Con,
enough.
knuckle formed.
Have another knuckle.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Oh,
Con,
I don't like this.
turns for 3, 2 knots.
Con,
See the knuckle,
formed.
not the boat.
Passing 1,500 feet.
actually want to.
Passing 1,600
For
feet.
what it's worth, we'll keep the descent.
Con,
Passing 1,700 feet. Passing 1,800 feet.
All right.
Con, sonar, new.
Passing 1,900 feet.
Exceeding test depth, but he's not tracking me down here, so I'm very happy with that.
Passing 2,000
But-
feet.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 053.
I'm very deep. I don't like to be so deep. If I take a knock at this depth, if I get hit by something, I'm gonna probably not survive, even if it's just a little gentle tap.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 9, bearing 052.
Okay, so a cluster of munitions are following my moss. That worked, which is great, but there's a lot of activity around me, and I bet you a lot of these green targets I've not identified are things like Los Angeles class boats, but apparently not. It appears that they may not be.
Come right to 093, helm eye.
This guy's right on top of me. I'm too...
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, I'm too close for missiles. Switching the guns. I'm too close to realistically launch at him. Oh, too fast. It'd be cool to sneak off a snapshot, though. Oh, he's very, very shallow. Doesn't stop me from doing that, though.
Make turns for 0.
Speed
knots.
down.
Maneuvering
There's a
eye.
risk here that the weapon will come right back at me. But
Make turns for 2.
oh, I can't die. I can't fire at this depth. Okay,
Make turns for 3.
that was for nothing.
2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
This is coming right at me. I'm gonna turn away. Let's turn north. What is this?
Passing 2,000 feet.
It's kind of shallow, so that's
Con
useful.
sonar, noisemaker bearing
But
0.
Make depth 1640 feet. Dive I.
let's get out of his way. Get my depth up to 1640 so I can snapshot against this Oberon. There's a skipjack there as well,
Con
and he...
sonar, noisemaker, con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 094.
He detected me, which should not be a surprise, because
Con sonar, lost contact, Sierra 1.
Con knuckle
as a
form.
Mark 48, and they're good at detecting you at all sorts of
Con
angles.
sonar, lost contact, Sierra 9. Last bearing 060. Contact faded.
Alright,
Con
have a
knuckle
knuckle.
formed.
We're going to dive. Gonna
Con
circle
sonar,
around.
noisemaker bearing 082.
This may not work, but
1700
if I have to drop below test depth, I will. I think I'm a bit off more than I can chew.
1,800 feet.
Ooh.
Con
Passing 1,900 feet.
Okay, get back up to 1640 foot.
sonar,
We want to get a
noisemaker
solution on
bearing.
this target ahead of me.
make
Drop the
turns
speed to
for
20 knots.
2, 0.
No, keep it up. Keep it going
Make
right now.
turns for 3, 2.
Noisemaker at
Maneuvering
depth.
eye. Con sonar, Sierra 1, 2 is classified as
Passing 1,800 feet.
He's right on the nose.
Passing
okay.
1,700 feet.
Aggressively. Yeah,
Passing
okay.
1,600 feet.
He's acquired me. Oh well.
Passing 1,500 feet.
He's fast.
con sonar, no.
Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet. Con knuckle formed.
Okay. Seems to have
Con
worked
sonar,
right now.
lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 0.
Con knuckle formed.
Ooh, I don't like how close this thing is. I really don't like that. Oh, turn away, turn away, turn away, turn away, turn
Con
away.
sonar,
Hit the brakes.
make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Con fire.
I lost the wire. Shame. Okay.
Make turns for 3. Con sonar, launch
Yep,
transient
more
from
of them.
Sierra 4.
Shoot 2.
Another one.
Eyes.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 003.
I'm gonna try and turn
Con
inside. Oh,
sonar
okay, it
regained
worked.
contact on Sierra 1, 2, bearing 003.
So this Mark 48 torpedo
Con
that's
sonar
Passing 1,300
to my
feet.
east is going after the Oberon, or at least it detected a noisemaker. There's also the Narwhal and the Skipjack out
Con
there as
sonar
well.
regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing.
Passing 1,400
So
feet.
we have gone for a little bit more depth, just a little bit more.
Con sonar Sierra 1, 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
But we realized that we left our kettle on further
Con
north.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 5, bearing 033.
And the captain would love a cup of tea.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 057. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 13. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 8.
Good morning and welcome back. We're right back at it, and today, or right now, we're in HMS Tireless, another Trafalgar-class boat. And we're doing the opposite of the last mission. This is a two-parter, back-to-back, likely the same video because, hey, that's how I'm going to roll today. In the last engagement, we were in a US Navy boat versus the Royal Navy. And now, we're in a Royal Navy boat. Well, that's not good.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is cavitating.
Versus the US Navy. And something has just pinged me. And I don't know what it was, but I got a bad feeling about this. So, we've got a mix of weapons. We've got mostly spearfish. I'm going to actually fire a moss.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Because who doesn't want a moss? And I'm gonna
Con
just...
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Great. Oh, that's got me defensive already.
Passing 400 feet.
Oh, we'll get tigerfish out here.
Shoot con sonar, launch transient from Sierra
Okay.
2. Shoot 2. Con sonar, launch transient
Things
from
have just
Sierra
kicked off.
4. Con sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating.
Right, well, there we go.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 4, 4, designated Sierra 6. Make turn
So,
1,
yeah,
5,
we're engaging
9,
with the
maneuvering eye.
US Navy right now. And if they're as gung-ho as I
Con
suspect they
sonar,
are,
Sierra 6. Con
Passing 400 feet.
we've got an interesting time ahead of us.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
That's fine, I don't need no stinking wire. What I really want to do, though, is commit weapons to targets.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 4, 9, designated
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Yeah, so, interesting.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 6, 0, designated Sierra 9.
Passing 600 feet.
I'm going to lose a lot of
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
wires here today,
Make
because
depth
I'm
750
going to be
feet.
firing
Bye-bye.
tigerfish, and they lose it at anything over 10 knots typically. And the spearfish, sometimes a bit more immune, but not that much more. I'm trying to identify what I'm facing here.
Con
Because-
sonar, Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine.
If I can identify it, I can prioritize it. We know...
Con sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah, the flight to Los Angeles. There might be some flight 3s in the mix here as well. They're not nice targets to contend with.
Dive at 750 feet. Dive
They
high.
have ADCAP amongst
Con
other
sonar, new
weapons.
contact bearing 0, 4, 2, designated Sierra 1, 1. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar, Sierra 1, 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
What I want to do is saturate the target with
Con,
weapons.
torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
And tigerfish is useful for that. They're a sneaky weapon. They're also useful because, well, you don't expect them to actually do much. I don't expect them to do too much. And that moss is drawing a lot of fire. And so that means I can reposition myself further east. They're actually, a number of them are heading north, which is, well, interesting for them. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just get some more targets up north of me.
Shoot 2.
And yes, they are
Aye, sir.
tigerfish. So I don't have high expectations for the tigerfish. The spearfish are going to do most of my killing today. At least that's the plan. But then you never quite know. And we really want to be out of the way of this moss. They'll figure out
Con
what's...
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 0, 1, 2. Contact faded.
They will figure out what's going on, absolutely.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 5.
But when they do, I hope to be a different part of
Con
the map.
sonar, new contact bearing 0, 2, 7. Designated Sierra 1, 2. Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
I know it looks like I've got them on the run, but I really don't think I do. There's a lot of weapons committed to the moss right now, and a lot of targets tracking northwest, with a number of my torpedoes committed to chasing them down. Let's commit another one, I think.
Shoot 2-1.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 0, 3, 0. Designated Sierra 1, 3.
So, like I say, I don't expect my tigerfish to really accomplish that much, other than kind of harass the enemy. The spearfish...
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Con
haven't-
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 0, 1, 5. Contact faded.
They have an interesting weakness in .mod. I say weakness, they have an interesting quirk. It's probably quite accurate. When you put them in attack mode,
Noisemaker bearing 0, 4, 2.
you get about 3 minutes of battery time.
Con, fire control, weapon.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra, come left to 088. Helm I. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8. Last bearing 020. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 0. Con helm steady course. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 9. Bearing 031.
So you typically only get 1 or 2 attack runs on the enemy before you
Con
lose the
sonar lost
spearfish.
contact. Come left to 050. Helm I.
I'm going to bug out. I'm going to head lower.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Make depth 1969 feet. Dive I.
I'm going to head low and fast.
Con helm steady course. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6. Bearing 009. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 9. Bearing 028. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 7. Bearing 042. Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I.
Okay.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots.
That's 1 down. That's a bubble. Quite a quiet and quite effective diesel electric boat. That's taking care of that. There's a skipjack fling to the east.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 13. Bearing 019.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to detect or ascertain what these are. Try.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Might be a barbel. I think it is.
Con
Okay.
sonar Sierra 13 is classified as submerged submarine.
So yeah, there's a lot of targets. Oh, hello.
Con
Okay.
sonar Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
So the hello is this
Come
weapon
right
coming
to
towards me.
091.
Let's crack on at 32
Make
knots.
turns for 32 knots. Maneuvering I.
He's still about 2,500
Con
yards
sonar
out.
Launch transient from Sierra 4.
Now they are now going to hear me for absolute sure, and
Con
it's
sonar
okay.
lost contact. Sierra 6. Last bearing 356. Contact faded. Con sonar.
Con, dive at 1969 feet. Dive I.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 11. Bearing 054.
You know
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 11. Last bearing 054. Contact faded. Con sonar lost. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 5.
right, we know that is a Mark 48. It's just which particular flavor. All these boats to the north. It's like they're using the moss and that
Con
torpedo
sonar
swarm
noisemaker bearing 027.
as cover. I am poking off as best I can east.
Con
I think
sonar lost contact. Sierra 13. Last bearing 00. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 32 knots.
Passing 1900 feet.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
okay, pretty sure that Mark 48 behind me didn't detect me. So I feel vindicated
Con sonar
there.
lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 004. Contact faded.
Want to do
Con sonar new contact bearing 021. Designated Sierra 15. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 350.
yeah, what I want to do is
regained contact on. Come left to 291. Helm I.
fire through that swarm of torpedoes, but look
Con
at
sonar regained contact on Sierra 6. Bearing 342.
so 2 things to pay attention to. One is this
Con
torpedo
sonar
heading back at me.
Con maneuvering.
I'm actually going to maneuver a little
Make
harder
turns
to get
for
away from him.
5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
And secondly, look at all these torpedoes that have peeled off and heading right towards this permit. He's got 5 committed to him now.
Making turns for 1 5
And
knots.
they're all Mach 48, so this permit's in big trouble. And maybe he can miss them.
Noisemaker
Ooh,
bearing.
maybe not.
3 4 9.
Ouch.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing.
Dive
Sting in the morning, lad.
2 feet, dive I.
Enough of
Con
that.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 0. Last bearing 0 0 3. Con help.
We've turned away from the threat coming towards me, and I am going to get a spearfish out on Sierra 5.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 8 bearing 3
It appears
4
can
9.
detect me, and there's more ordnance coming my way.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 9 bearing 3 5 8. Con sonar
Okay.
regained contact on Sierra 1 4 bearing 3 5. Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
With the wire attached, I can also guide it onto other targets, but looking at this, there's a lot more activity. I think I want
sonar noisemaker bearing 3 5 5.
to go ahead and shoot through this this swarm as I originally planned. There's a torpedo that might threaten me heading my way, just south of the wreckage of Sierra 3, up here. There's also fish in the water targeting anything they can find. So like Sierra 9 appears to be targeted by
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3
whatever this thing
5
is.
7.
What's Sierra 14? Sierra 14 is a sturgeon.
Con
Okay.
sonar Sierra 1 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
So Sierra 5 decided he had somewhere else to go, and I don't blame him, because he heard the launch. So I'm going to see if I can hunt him down. He might not with this torpedo. It's a bit of a long shot. We might take out Sierra 6, though. He's even more dangerous,
Con
being...
sonar launch transient from Sierra 1 2.
We know where he is, then.
Con
Just
sonar
good.
noisemaker bearing
Skipjack.
3
What do
5
you think he's
8.
doing? 30 knots, okay. I think we can commit something to you. Okay, well, let's commit you to be a little shallower, like so.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Con sonar Sierra 7 is con sonar launch transient from Sierra 6.
Yeah, there's a lot that's detected that I'm launching right now. So that Sierra 11, he's doing 30 knots. He may not have heard my launch, and this spearfish coming towards him is a deadly shot. I have got some weapons committed, it looks like, my way. So I may have to bug out of here. But right now,
Con sonar
I think I'm
noisemaker
okay.
bearing 3 5 4. Con sonar noisemaker con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1 4. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1 4.
It's hard to tell what he's actually firing at, but there's a lot of targets in that mix. And some stuff is being targeted by blue on blue. So I think this torpedo here is going for, I guess,
Con
Sierra
sonar
12?
noisemaker bearing
Maybe.
3 3 7. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 8.
Skipjack, slow
Con
down.
sonar noisemaker bearing 3 5 0.
Okay, well, let's see. Okay, Skipjack's now turning towards me. So I think he was trying to flank me, and he's got a surprise coming his way, which he's almost certainly going to detect, and then he's going to bug out. At least, that's what I would do.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3 3 6.
I think I might want to get... So I've still got a couple of tigerfish. It loaded.
Con sonar
Yeah, those are my last two.
noisemaker bearing 3 5 0.
So, those tigerfish are going to harass. Could still hurt something, though. Let's see. I think I want to commit.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-3. Last bearing 0-1-2. Contact breaking up.
Alright, so I'm committing Torpedo 4 on prosecuting Sierra 5, the Los Angeles class. He is heading away, I'm guessing at 33 knots.
Noisemaker bearing
Yep.
338.
The skipjack decided he thought better of pursuing me. A good plan though, try and flank me. But there's a spearfish. He's actually taking evasive action against a Mark 48, it looks like. So in which case, my spearfish may have been a wasted shot. On the other hand,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 079.
it may not have been, because there's a...
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 357.
Even though that Mark 48 has acquired him, it doesn't mean it's going to get him. But we'll watch this engagement. This could be quite interesting. Oh, he's running on the surface. Oh, there we go. Okay. Take a sip of water as we watch this unfold.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 335.
I'm a fan of the skipjack. It took me a while to get used to it. I'm a definite fan of it.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 001.
But evading a Mark 48 is not my idea of fun. Wow, that was a good move. That's pretty impressive. I'm impressed with that, yeah. So I'm gonna commit my spearfish to him, I think. It might be committing to the wreckage, but he's done a good job of evading a Mark
Con
48.
sonar noisemaker bearing 338.
He didn't evade it by much, but he don't have to evade it by
Con
much.
sonar noisemaker bearing 001.
Alright, so Torpedo 5 is acquiring
Con sonar
something.
noisemaker bearing 080.
Don't know what, but let's commit him to... Well, he's already attacked by something, but... Is that a moss you're going for? Yes, it's okay. It's a shame.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 337.
We don't want a moss. We want you to go for a real target.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing.
We'll set you after the
359.
sturgeon up here. And the Los Angeles. Sturgeon's about the same depth. Los Angeles is a little shallower. Is he damaged? No. Okay. So, yeah, well...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 359. Contact breaking up.
Skipjack's still alive. We've got the spearfish on his case now. Sierra 4's about to bite it, I think, with a combination
Con sonar
of...
noisemaker
maybe
bearing
not.
334.
Maybe,
Con sonar
yep.
lost contact. Sierra 4.
I think there's a
last bearing
tigerfish committed to him as well.
334.
Yeah.
Contact breaking up.
Tigerfish is going somewhere else, but okay.
Con
3...
sonar noisemaker bearing 076.
Torpedo 3
Con,
struggled to
fire
acquire.
control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Skipjack's doing great. Oh, and there's a weapon. Yeah, weapon's coming towards me. Let's crack on to 15 knots there.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering
And
up.
yeah, this
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
that's a shame.
Con,
Torpedo
maneuvering.
4 is
Making
still
turns for
hunting down Sierra 5. He's got
15
50
knots.
minutes left on the clock there. And
Con, fire control.
Con
we
sonar
kill something?
lost contact.
No.
Sierra 7. Last bearing 018. Contact
because we picked up
stated.
speed. That's why. Okay. Well, that's better than picking up a Mark 48 to the
Con
exhaust
sonar
port.
noisemaker bearing 348. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 7 bearing 019.
Okay. We lost the last one. Let's go ahead and
turns for 32 knots. Maneuvering eye.
let's run deep and
Con
fast.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-4. Last come right to 347. Helm eye.
It's not at the surface, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Con sonar regained.
Passing 1,500 feet. Make depth 1969 feet. Dive I.
I think I'm going to be okay down here, but we'll find out.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 7.
What I could do with closing the distance between me and some of these
Con,
targets.
torpedo room, tube 3.
Con sonar lost
And
contact.
got the skipjack.
Sierra 1-1.
Okay.
Last bearing 0-7-8. Contact breaking up.
We did some pretty nifty evasive maneuvers there.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1-2.
Because everything can hear me right now, and yeah, there's really not much I want to do about that. I do want to close the distance. Is this permit sinking? Making a ton of noise.
Con, dive at 1969 feet. Dive I.
I'm going to get back up to 750 feet. And
Make
go
depth
back
7.
Make turns for
to run quiet.
knots. Maneuvering I.
So the spearfish I sent after Sierra 6, that's to the northwest of my position up here. I don't know if it's threatening the Los Angeles. It's still doing 33 knots and still maneuvering. So I would
Con,
think
torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
that the spearfish is still committed to the target. I don't think I'd have lost it. I can't see it though right now. In fact, let's jump on and take a look at the target here. Doesn't look like there's anything around.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 0-2-6.
Right, well I would say that we've got a few targets left to engage then. And there's a lot of activity, but
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
we've managed to avoid most everything that's come my way.
Come right to 0-6-4. Helm I.
But there's still stuff going on around me, of course. Okay, I'm going to pause the engagement for just a little bit, and I'll be back when there's something more interesting going on. Don't go anywhere. Okay, in the real world, a few things have happened. And in the game, I now have this marching wall of US Navy boats. It's not quite an eagle wall, but they are coming to get me. So let's take a quick look. What have we sunk? So we've got 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means we've sunk 8, so we're only halfway through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're missing 1. 2, 3, 6. So there's another one. We've either sunk 1 more, or we've not detected 1. Am I missing something? I'm not sure. Let's try this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Okay, we've sunk 8 then. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another vessel somewhere out here that we don't know where it is. So that might be the one that gets away, but these are definitely moving towards me. So if I accelerate time, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, they're definitely moving towards me. So luckily, I'm at 750 feet. And I say luckily, that means I've got tigerfish I can expend. These are my last 2 tigerfish. And the spearfish, I've been a little disappointed with them, because if one of these boats shakes off this spearfish, and that happens, it might target another one, and it heads towards that one, and then it shakes that one off too, and then the spearfish is just ineffective. So I'm curious to see how things go going forward. Let's see who or what can detect me. An active, a few, but I'm passive. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm curious to see what their plan of attack is. I'm guessing they're just going to head my way, and when they detect me, they're going to launch. I kind of feel like heading towards them, because what's the worst that happens, right?
Come left to 334. Helm I. Con sonar regained
Oh,
contact
hello.
on. Sierra 1, 2, bearing. Con, helm, steady course.
Right, well, we have a pretty good idea where they are then. Let's hit a bit more.
Come right to 3, 5.
No,
2, helm
let's actually
I.
head.
Come left to 2, 7. Con
Lost.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 3, 2, 1. Con, helm, steady course.
So I'm happy to use my tigerfish against the enemy here. That will keep them busy, and then the spearfish can hopefully take sort of sniper attacks from the side. But
Con sonar regained
yeah,
contact on. Sierra 1, 0, bearing 3, 1, 8.
I don't think they know where I am. Although this Los Angeles is going to get an idea.
Con
So
sonar regained contact on. Sierra 9, bearing 3, 3, 9.
how deep are they? Like at the surface. Okay. This one looks like it's out. What's this one? Sierra 9. Take a hit then. I don't know. Maybe maybe Sierra 9 has taken a hit and it's actually sitting on the surface. And if so, that's useful. But yeah. Well, we're going to just mosey along here. I don't intend on getting any deeper. I might go a little shallower. In fact, we will go a little shallower. Let's get up to about the 300 feet point, I think. So, that'll
Make
do.
depth 3 to 8 feet. Dive I.
It's possible that Sierra 9... Okay, let's take a look. Sierra 9 took a tigerfish, perhaps. No, he's just loitering at the surface. Okay, well that's fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not really used to American boats being unable to detect me, but I'll take it. I mean, it works for me. But he's
Con, dive at 3 to 8 feet. Dive I.
he's getting close to being able to detect me. In fact, yeah, they pretty much all are. So yeah, I'm gonna point my nose a bit more towards them. That will help
Come right to
a little bit.
3, 4, 1. Helm I.
It'll put my screw behind me, but Sierra 12 seems to have an idea is forming up on the wall as well, maybe. So this might get a little interesting. And by interesting, I mean they've acquired me. I'm in big trouble. Interesting. So, yeah, I'll accelerate time's a little dangerous, but if they fire upon me, it should disable the accelerate time.
Con, helm, steady course.
And what I'm thinking is launch all 5 torpedoes. Hope for the best. We'll see. Slightly uneasy feeling about this, but then I always do because there's lots of them and there's just one of me. On the other hand, they have to worry about targeting friendlies. I just have to worry about not getting hit by something, so it's not all bad. But yeah, we are getting, what are we, 4,000 yards? 5,000 yards to Sierra 9. Oh, Sierra 10's close. That's, he's about to detect me, I think. What's his depth? 100 feet. Again,
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 6, bearing 2, 9, 6.
okay, that's not
Con
good.
sonar launch transient from Sierra
Okay,
9.
well that's fair enough. I kind of expected that,
Shoot 2-1.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra
because
1, 2.
that's kind of how they're going to
Con
roll.
sonar launch transient from Sierra
Oh,
1,
good grief.
0.
Con, fire control, we've lost.
Come right to
Okay,
0.
let's
6,
go.
7. Make turn. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Reload all of these. Gonna lose the wire. It's completely fine.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water.
Yeah.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 3.
I expected
4,
that.
6.
Passing 500 feet.
I'm not up to speed. I'm
Con,
at least
con sonar, no longer cavitating.
deep enough, but yeah. Alright, let's jump to the view of my boat. So there is a Mark 48 heading my way.
Passing 700 feet.
He's flank on, so I'm going to drop a noisemaker and then go deep. Let's go ahead and get the ballast up. I don't actually see him right now. Okay, let's go, go, go.
Con, knuckle formed.
Helps if I do this, though, to be fair. And noisemaker dropping now.
Passing 800 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
Get this bad
Passing
boy
900 feet.
deep and get this bad boy fast.
Cons.
Passing 1,000 feet.
We're already
Passing
fast at least.
1,100 feet.
Let's keep the nose pitch down.
Passing 1,200 feet.
I'm actually going to turn underneath it.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Head a little bit
Passing
north-northwest.
1,400 feet. Passing 1,500 feet.
Works.
Passing 1,600 feet.
Con sonar regained con.
Passing 1,700
Ballast to
feet.
0.
Passing 1,800 feet.
Pull up from the dive.
Passing 1,900 feet.
Right, it's now...
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Passing 2,000.
Con sonar, torpedo
Okay,
in the water.
it's now more or
Torpedo
less
in the
behind
water.
me,
Bearing
but
308.
one ahead of me has detected me, so that's bad.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's crank it off here. I really could do with getting this thing shaken off, but I'm very deep. Don't think I should be quite this deep. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
Con, knuckle formed.
Right. It's going to put me in risk of getting the second one to attack me, but yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 302.
That's two
Con
shaken
sonar,
off.
Launch transient from Sierra 10.
Two shaken off so far. The one's coming around behind me. That's all right.
Con sonar, noisemaker
What depth
bearing.
is this guy's 600 feet.
7. Con sonar.
Reduce
launch
the
transient
depth here.
from Sierra 10.
I'm going to get myself up to about 600 feet so I can use them
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 1,900 feet.
as a target and
Passing 1,800 feet.
hope for the best.
Con sonar.
Passing 1,700 feet.
That's a lot of modern boats around me.
Passing 1,600
They're very
feet.
quiet as well.
Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,400 feet.
Con, torpedo.
Passing 1,300 feet.
That noisemaker did not work.
Passing 1,200 feet.
It's a little far away from me.
1,100 feet.
It's okay. Another knuckle.
Passing 1,000 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing
Turn back at
900
him.
feet.
This is risky, but
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
don't really want to watch.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar.
Passing 5.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Passing 400 feet.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. I gotta get my depth down now, because there's another one following me.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, let's try that. And then down, down, down.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar regained con.
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar regained contact.
Passing 700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Con sonar.
Passing 900 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,600 feet.
Okay.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 249.
Guy's coming right at me. I'm gonna give him a shot to the face. This is Sierra 10, I mean.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 2. Last bearing 0, 7, 4.
It's a little
Contact
risky.
is in the baffles.
But I think he...
Passing 1,800 feet.
the
Con
circumstances
sonar,
merit
launch
this.
transient from Sierra 9.
Passing
Make turn.
Let's get my speed down. This
Make
might be
turns
very
for
troublesome if
0
it goes wrong.
knots. Maneuvering eye. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 9.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Okay, so
Con sonar.
2,
Launch
1.
transient from Sierra
And
8.
go live, and I'm going to get down, down, down. Okay, so far so good.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Make depth 1,969 feet. Dive I.
So if we pull this off, what we'll have done is managed to sneak an attack
Con,
on
fire control, we've lost the wire.
this Los Angeles class boat. Now we are being targeted by something, likely behind me. I don't
Con
detect
sonar.
it,
Noisemaker bearing 0, 6, 7.
but this Los Angeles has got
Knuckle formed.
incoming ordnance right at his face, or more or less at his face. Well, perhaps at the side of his face. There we go. That's what's behind me.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's put knuckle here. Don't need a noisemaker right now.
Con sonar.
Let's watch him.
Noisemaker bearing 0, 2, 0.
Passing 1,900
Okay,
feet.
that's good. We can relax that turn.
Passing 1,800 feet.
Up to maybe 1,000
Con,
feet.
fire control, weapon count.
Passing 1,700 feet. Passing 1,600 feet.
Okay, it reacquired me.
Passing 1,500 feet.
It's okay.
Passing 1,400 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Give it a knuckle.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Get the ballast down to
Con sonar.
nothing.
Torpedo in the water.
Oh,
Torpedo
that's
in
a
the
shame.
water. Bearing 3, 1, 4.
Okay, that didn't work. But maybe this
1,000 feet.
will. Over the top, down we go.
Passing
There's
1,000
one
feet.
coming at me head on. And I don't like that.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Okay,
Con sonar. Lost contact.
Passing 1,200 feet. Con, knuckle
see
formed.
if that knuckle and that noisemaker can make a difference. But so far it
Con
can't.
sonar.
Passing
Oh, that
1,400
looks like a
feet.
spearfish.
Con, knuckle formed.
It's very fast.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Okay,
Con.
Passing 1,600 feet. Make depth 2,000 feet. Dive
we
I.
want to get underneath it.
Con sonar.
Con, knuckle formed.
Reverse the turn underneath it.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 2, 9, 8.
And
Con sonar. Lost contact.
Oh,
Sierra
something's
6.
acquiring me.
Last bearing 2, 3, 1.
That's to my
Contact is
east.
in the baffles.
okay, let's head
Con
north.
sonar. Regained contact. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 6. Con sonar. Regained contact on Sierra 1. Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 6.
Gonna have to do a bit of a
Con
numpty
sonar,
shuffle here, I
regained
think.
Contact on Sierra 8. Bearing 2.
Los Angeles
7,
might be about to
3.
eat something. That'd be very pleasant if it does. Oh, we already took a hit.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, okay, that's got him, but I'm about to eat
Con
one as
sonar,
well if
torpedo in
I'm
the
not
water.
careful.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 309. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6.
Passing 1,900 feet.
Okay. Oh,
Passing
no,
1,800
no.
feet.
Okay, you don't do that.
1,700 feet.
Bad little torpedo.
Passing 1,600 feet.
Con sonar. Noisemaker.
Passing 1,500
Oh, he's
feet.
going with something else. Okay.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
Someone else has
Bearing
acquired me.
2, 9,
Okay.
1.
Don't worry. Everything's cool. Everything's good.
Passing 1,200 feet.
I have a moss to use if I so feel the need, but
Come right to 288. Helm I.
Passing 900 feet.
I really don't.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
More being fired at me.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar lost contact.
Hey.
Sierra 5. Last bearing 0, 4, 3.
I will not-
Contact breaking up.
I will not know what actually got him, his torpedo or mine, or one of his buddies, but right now I'm in the clear. Well, okay, that's relative to how I was a few seconds ago. I'm not actually in the clear because there's still a whole bunch going on around me. Kill my speed. Let's get my speed back to over 5 knots right now. Get the towed area out. Okay, there's a torpedo coming
Make
after
turns
me. There's
for
one ahead of
5
me. There's a lot of
maneuvering
unguided
eye.
stuff. I think we can give you one of these. You clearly need
Shoot tube 4.
some
Aye, sir.
education. And what's this? What's he follow firing at? I don't like the look of that. What the heck's this torpedo doing? Well, there's one ahead of me as well, and that's not good either.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
One of these, and for good measure, we're going to send one this way.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
We are going to go north.
Come right to 0.
North.
0.
We're just going to go down.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots.
At a good rate of
Maneuvering
knots. As fast as we can, don't you know?
Con, fire control. We've
Make
lost
this
the
thing
wire.
alive. So, we're going to make 5 alive. The target's
Con,
right
fire
there.
Control.
Yep,
Weapon acquired.
you've acquired it.
eye. Come right to 0, 5, 3
Some
helm
weapons
eye.
reloaded. And we're not diving,
Con
but
sonar lost contact. Sierra 6. Last bearing 2, 1, 1.
thought
Contact is
we
in the
were
baffles.
diving, but I guess not. So,
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 3, 2. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6 bearing 2, 0, 9.
so that torpedo that's heading from west to east that's pinging actively has not detected me, which I'm surprised at, but for fear of taking someone else's line that they use in their YouTube channel, I'll take it.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 4, 0.
I think I want to give this guy another one.
Make turns for 1, 0 knots.
Coming right
Maneuvering eye.
at me.
Back emergency. Maneuvering eye. Make turns
Prize.
for 1, 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Alright, you've acquired.
Come left to 2, 7, 1. Helm eye.
I'll drop you down, I think.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 0, 9, 2.
Passing.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Right, lost the wire, but not
Con sonar
unexpected.
lost contact. Sierra.
Passing 700 feet.
Con helm. Steady course.
Passing
So let's
800
get a spearfish to the face. What's the flank?
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 900 feet. Passing
Okay.
1,000.
Con sonar.
So-
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 3, 3, 6.
That's my own torpedo.
sonar,
That's
Passing 1,200 feet.
that's bad. That's really not good.
Passing 1,300 feet.
But a moss will help me here.
Con sonar regained
That's it.
contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm too quick for a moss.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 6.
So there isn't much left. I think there's just one
Con
target left
sonar
now.
regained contact on Sierra 1, 2. Bearing
Nope,
0,
2,
9,
okay.
6.
Or maybe 3. Oh, 3
Con
that.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 6. Last bearing 1, 9,
sturgeon's
2.
still around.
Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6. Bearing 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
I don't know where this torpedo is that's tracking me. So we're gonna
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 3, 2.
gonna assume the worst.
Passing 1,900 feet. Passing 1,800 feet. Passing 1,700 feet. Passing 1,600
Excuse me,
feet.
and it looks like
Passing 1,500 feet.
this Mark 48 here. I think it's a Mark 48.
Passing 1,400
The one
feet.
close to the center of my screen has detected the
Passing
sturgeon.
1,300 feet.
Detected something. What
Passing
weapon?
1,200 feet.
Weapon is that? Yeah, it's a Mark 48, and I think this one is as well. Yep. So that tells me that
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Passing
US
1,100 feet.
the U.S. Navy has maybe killed more of its own boats than I have.
Noisemaker bearing 1, 0, 6.
But the fact that the sturgeon, considered the mainstay of the U.S. Navy fleet for nigh on 20 years, is still kicking in this battle and still doing pretty good, I think says something. So almost certainly against ad caps though. So it's got its work cut out.
Noisemaker bearing 222.
But if they don't manage to kill it, I do have
for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
a number of spearfish ready to go, don't you know? It'll be rather pleasant for you.
Noisemaker bearing 101.
So Sierra 8 is would appear engaged with something, or evading something. Maybe is he damaged?
Torpedo room,
No.
tube 5 ready.
Oh, okay. He's still actively firing at me though. Look, oh there it goes. What's this? Yeah, it's a spearfish. Okay.
220.
So again, the spearfish is going to miss the target, and it's not got that much fuel or battery power. Oh, it is fuel.
Noisemaker bearing 097.
Yeah, and it detonates. So I probably need to get something out. I've actually got an incoming on me, which is
5 knots.
not encouraging.
Shoot
So
3. Aye, sir.
this thing is at least near the surface, which is nice.
Sonar, launch transient from Sierra 6.
Make depth 1950 feet. Dive up.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering eye.
We are probably going to suffer, lose the wire on this.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for
Oh, another one south.
5
Okay, well,
knots.
I think we'll have to give you one, because
Shoot 2-1.
you're
Aye,
a
sir.
definite threat.
Con, fire control. We've lost the
There's a
wire.
lot of threats right now.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
It's fine. I think I'm going to head towards... No, let's just keep in my current course, I think, and let's crack on.
Make turns for 3, 2 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Well, I would like to get a little closer to these guys, because spearfish is a very effective weapon at close range, but it's possible I'm going to get attacked by that circling torpedo as well as whatever's heading towards me. On the other hand, the thing heading towards me is probably just the Mark 48 and not the Mod 4 as opposed to the Mod 6. But I don't know for sure. Either way, it's not going to be a pleasant weapon to deal with because the Mark 48 never is. But if we get down to depth, which we're doing, that's going to help. I wonder how deep is this circling torpedo? Oh, he's shallow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get down to 2,000 feet.
Make depth 2000 feet. Dive aye.
And our test depth is 1967, I think, or 68. So we're a bit below our
Con,
test depth,
torpedo
but
room, tube 3 ready.
that's okay. Now cracking on, as the saying goes. We're doing almost 32 knots. And those two Los Angeles boats are separating, which is
Con, maneuvering, making turns for
the right thing to do,
3,
I think.
2 knots.
So I haven't yet concluded the battle, but I think when I consider how well I've done, I think it's a little easier in some ways in the Trafalgar. It's not a bad boat, and with just Tigerfish, it is difficult. Spearfish are a great weapon. This dot mod variant of the Spearfish, it might be more accurate than the version I've designed and played around with myself. It's a harder weapon to use. That limited attack range is kind of, well, it's limiting. It's tough because you, if you time it wrong, these guys are splitting up.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
It makes it difficult. I should really go for the Flight 2 boat, I think. Okay, he's got live torpedoes somewhere out there that we can't see. But I think when it comes to defending Blighty, we've given the Americans a bloody nose. Absolutely. And that is something that the Royal Navy should be justifiably proud of. Is this guy damaged? Let's take a quick look. No, he's not. Again, he's loitering on the surface. And I wonder if he's doing that just because he can. I really don't know why he'd be doing that. Although I suppose, doesn't matter why. What's Sierra 8 doing? Turning away from me. This is a little deeper. He's not damaged, is he? No. Okay. He's turning around to have another go, so we're going to go
Bring
ultra
ship
quiet.
quiet.
Can hear a torpedo. Let's get my Todari out. There it is. Okay. Let's see, where and what is this torpedo? Okay, shallow.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 161.
I'm not unduly concerned about this. And
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 270.
that's very encouraging. So Sierra 6 is coming under attack by a spearfish. I'm not going to change my depth right now. I need to be at 1640 feet.
Come right to 183.
I'll change my heading. This 80 knot destructive force could make a right mess of this boat. Well, we'll see what happens.
Noisemaker bearing 156. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 272.
Still going for the boat and not the noisemaker, which is nice. But another noisemaker right now is probably going to ruin its day. I think it's too late. I think you've had it, son. Okay. Did that kill it? No, it did not. Okay. So one hit, and then this spearfish will watch this as it circles round. I may have to take another bite, another attack, but that will be okay if I do.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 033.
What the heck detected me? Okay, it's the one up top. All right, it's the Mark 48 at I need to get one of these off. No, let's not get one of those off. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Con, knuckle formed.
Here you are. You got down to depth very quickly. I think he's a little far away to do a rapid depth change. He's bugged off anyway.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 282.
Passing 2,000 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, we're going to climb like a fart in the bath. We're going to see if we can engage with
Passing 1,900
this
feet.
guy using his torpedo.
Passing 1,800 feet. Passing 1,700 feet.
It's a bit of a panic move by me there. I have a
Passing
bad feeling about it.
1,600 feet. Passing 1,500 feet.
Don't you need to be?
Passing 1,400 feet.
No, no, no.
Passing
Oh.
1,300 feet.
Somehow that missed.
Passing 1,200 feet.
It might now engage him. I thought I'd messed it up then, royally. Oh yeah, go
Passing
and
1,000 feet.
go and get this this bad guy.
900 feet.
It's wonderfully therapeutic when that happens. I think this Los Angeles is going to buy it off his own torpedo. Now, I shouldn't really stick around and watch. I should probably bug off and go and engage the other one.
Come right to 307.
I mean, you would think, right? So
Make
let's
depth 1969 feet.
get down to
High.
depth, and I'm actually going to watch this Mark 48 attack an already wounded Los Angeles Flight 2,
Con, helm, steady course.
because it might get shaken off and re-engage with me. It would not surprise me. We don't detect. We were not going to detect it now. It's in our baffles. Okay, a little less interesting then.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 107. Come left to 286. Helm I. Con.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to assume that the torpedo behind me will not do anything stupid like
Make
attack
turns
me.
for 20 knots.
I really
Maneuvering
want
up.
to stay deep. I think I want to get a torpedo out. Well, I do want to get a torpedo out of this Los Angeles. It's going to be easier if I match his depth, which is about 600 feet,
Con
maybe.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots.
And he fired at me, which is not really a surprise. Let's face it.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo
Yeah,
in the water.
great.
Bearing 284.
I'm not really surprised that it detected me already because
Con sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing 106.
Passing 1,600
we both
feet.
had the same idea, just a head-on off. It's almost like a head-on pass. If you're two
Passing
fighters,
1,700 feet.
you might not use missiles. You might just
Passing 1,800 feet.
use missiles.
Passing 1,900 feet.
Oh, depth.
Passing 2,000 feet.
Okay, that's he is most definitely tracking me, and I'm caught in the middle here because now I'm gonna have to do another numpty shuffle.
Con
Oh,
sonar. Lost contact. Sierra
And then-
8. Last bearing 3
they're
0.
both going for me.
Knuckle formed.
Right, so let's go ahead
Passing
and
2,000 feet.
noisemaker and circle round. Okay.
Passing 1,900 feet.
So, rising as quick as I can. I think I want to reverse my turn.
Passing 1,700 feet. Con knuckle formed.
Although that,
Passing 1,600
yes,
feet.
I'm above one, but one's anticipated a
Passing 1,500 feet.
change in
Con
depth.
knuckle formed. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
Looks
Con
like
sonar
that damaged Los
passing
Angeles is
1,200
not
feet.
going to get a break because that other,
Passing 1,100 feet.
I guess Mark 48 is going for him again.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Okay, so we're in the clear again. But wowzers, if this is intense with this 2 versus 1 battle right at the very end, and he's gone back, he's up to depth again, and something's reacquired me. Okay,
Con sonar. No.
Con knuckle formed.
well,
Make depth 328 feet. Dive
make a
high.
hard turn. We might have to make another hard turn. I don't detect it yet.
Con
Yes, I do
sonar.
now.
Launch transient from Sierra 8.
Con knuckle formed.
Okay, we're gonna do
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
yeah, but not for much longer. Oh, we're actually ascending. That's
Passing
fine.
400 feet.
Now we're gonna drop. I'm gonna try and duck in underneath it. Straighten
Con
out.
sonar.
No.
Lost contact. Sierra
Okay.
6. Last bearing 131. Contact is in the.
Passing 400 feet.
It's come around behind me. Okay. And looked like he
Passing 500 feet.
did. He acquired. Okay.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Turn inside him. Let's reverse the
Passing
turn.
700 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Right. So we're going down as quick as we can. Try and get underneath this
Passing
weapon.
1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
It's a-
Passing 1,200 feet.
It's okay to do this. It's kind of,
Con.
Passing 1,300
well, I
feet.
would say it's therapeutic, but
Passing 1,400 feet.
I'm gonna have to get
Passing 1,500 feet.
right up close to these guys.
Passing 1,600 feet.
I think I am.
Passing 1,700 feet. Passing 1,800 feet. Passing 1,900 feet. Passing 2,000 feet.
Up aggressively and sit like that. We'll let it sit at this depth. If this torpedo reacquires me, which it may well do, it's now above me, I
Sonar,
think.
Noisemaker bearing 151.
Okay. And both of these guys are still alive. And there's another torpedo coming in. Wow. So Sierra is doing what looks like a fairly typical evasion pattern. And he's moving 33 knots, so he's actually quicker than me. He's not as quick as my torpedo, but he's moving quicker than me. So I can't hope to catch him. What I can do is get behind him and launch a torpedo that he might not be able to detect until it's too late. Now, I can launch at depth.
Con sonar, Noisemaker bearing 150.
1640 feet is the limit, is the depth limit for spearfish. Can do that, and that's kind of tempting. But I'd like to be able to launch.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 8.
He's already firing at me, which is the right thing to do.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 156.
I only have 4 spearfish
Con
left.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 158. Contact is in the baffles.
Okay, we'll try something very brave here. We're going to try, I would say, a near head-on pass. We'll launch, maybe if we can, 1,000 yards away. This is going to be a tricky thing to pull off. He's slowed right down. Just makes my life a little easier. However, something's picked me up.
Come left 2,
And
3,
it'll
5,
Be
6,
that torpedo
helm
right
aye.
ahead of me, so see if we can maneuver out of the way. But that's going to be a
Con sonar
challenge.
regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
He's 2,000 yards away, and I need to maneuver against this torpedo.
Passing
And
2,000 feet.
I don't see where it is. So,
Passing 1,900 feet.
hopefully I'll
Passing
detect it
1,800
before
feet.
it's too late.
Passing 1,700 feet. Passing
Whatever-
1,600 feet.
Whatever it is, it's got a solid lock on me now.
Passing 1,500 feet.
Don't know where it is.
Passing 1,400 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
And knuckling is
Con
not
sonar lost.
Passing 1,200 feet.
helping. Okay.
Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Passing 900 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar,
There
we
he
are
is.
cavitating.
Okay.
Passing 400
Let's
feet.
see if I can
Con
lead it
sonar
onto
lost contact.
this bad guy.
Sierra 6,
But
last
this is
bearing
going to be a
159.
challenge.
Contact is in the baffles.
So it's worked
Con
so
sonar
far.
regained contact. Make
Come on. Get your speed down.
turn. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about not cavitating. I want to get this
Make turns for
on this
3.
guy's ass.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Kill.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
And this thing is coming right at me again. Okay.
Passing 400 feet.
So I'm now slow, and this thing is very, very close to me. And okay, I think we've
Passing 500 feet.
okay. We've managed to avoid that bullet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Alright. I'm not going to worry if this Los Angeles
Passing
bites it or
700
not,
feet.
but
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet.
okay.
Con sonar, noise.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Both torpedo. Did we get him? Did we get
Passing
him?
1,100
I
feet.
don't know that we got him. We didn't.
Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
We didn't get him.
Passing 1,400 feet.
Maybe we've
Passing
injured him.
1,500 feet.
I can hope,
Sonar
right?
Lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 156.
So Sierra
Contact
6 is
breaking up.
gone. That's the right. So there's just one left. Oh wait. Wait. Are they all gone now? They might be.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Did we just win? It reminds me of that scene in a certain movie where Iron Man says something along the lines of, did we just lose? It's like, yeah. Okay. I'm getting a little goosebumpy because I think I just managed to take out the last of the enemy submarines in what was a rather frantic engagement with 5. It turned out that actually we did okay. Yeah, there we go. That's the sinking Los Angeles, or the sinking. It's a war game. It's not real, right? We didn't really go up against the Americans because you guys would just lose anyway because we have to stiff upper lip. Well, I hope you got something from that.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
That was pretty frantic, both part 1 and part 2, and we ended up victorious. So it might be time I need to raise the difficulty in my game. Maybe. I'm playing it on realistic level. Still, that's a decision for another day. Thanks ever so much for hanging out with me today and what was probably an epic length video. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you the next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.